وأظهر شعائر الشرع وأحكامه وبعث رسلا وأنبياء صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين إلى سبيل الحق هادين وأخلفهم علماء إلى سننهم داعين يسلكون فيما لم يؤثر عنهم مسلك الاجتهاد مسترشدين منه في ذلك ولي الإرشاد وخص أوائل المستنبطين بالتوفيق حتى وضعوا مسائل من كل جلي ودقيق غير أن الحوادث متعاقبة الوقوع والنوازل يزيق عنها نطاق الموضوع واقتناط الشوارد بالاقتباس من الموارد والاعتبار بالأمثال من صنعة الرجال وبالوقوف على المآخذ يعض عليها بالنواجذ وقد جرى علي الموعد في مبدأ بداية المبتدئ أن أشرحها بتوفيق الله تعالى شرحا أرسمه بكفاية المنتهي فشرعت فيه والوعد يسوق بعض المصاب وحين أكاد أتكئ عنه اتكاء الفراغ تبينت فيه نبضا من الإطناب وخشيت أن يهجر لأجله الكتاب فصرفت عنان العناية إلى شرح آخر موصوم بالهداية أجمع فيه بتوفيق الله تعالى بين عيون الرواية ومتون الدراية تاركا للزوائد في كل باب معرضا عن هذا النوع من الإسهاب مع أنه يشتمل على أصول ينسحب عليها فصول وأسأل الله تعالى يوفقني لإتمامها ويختم لي بالسعادة بعد اختتامها حتى أن من سمت همته إلى مزيد الوقوف يرغب في الأطول والأكبر ومن أعجله الوقت عنه يقتصر على الأصغر والأقصر وللناس فيما يعشقون مذاهب والفن خير كله ثم سألني بعض إخواني أن أملي عليهم المجموع الثاني فافتتحته مستعينا بالله تعالى في تحرير ما أقابله متضرعا إليه في التيسير لما أحاوله إنه الميسر لكل عسير وهو على ما يشاء قدير وبالإجابة جدير وحسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل صاحب هداية برهان الدين المرغناني رحمة الله عليه is an authentic authority and he is called al-murajjih. He is mujtahid, but he is al-mujtahid al-murajjih, and that's why sometime he is referring to the qawl of Imam Abu Yusuf or Imam Muhammad or the qawl of Sahibain, and then he says وَبِهِ يُفْتَى or he says وَهُوَ الثَّوَابِ. So he leaves in certain issues what Imam Abu Hanifa said rahmatullahi alayh. He said Imam said like this based on this hadith or on this ayah وَقَالَ Muhammad, but Imam Muhammad says a student like this, and he said that وَبِهِ يُفْتَى, and the fatwa in Mazhab Hanafiya is based on the saying of Imam Muhammad or the saying of Imam Muhammad or Imam Abu Yusuf, so depend. And as you know that basically the fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh, that was his work, but for the set purpose he had made a council of 4,000 ulama. Yes, so council of 4,000 ulama, sometime 200 are available, sometime 300 are available. He used to put an issue in front of them and he used to ask them that find out what will be the solution. What will be the solution? And if the situation is like this, if the situation is like this, so if mean suppose, or say for instance, if tiraz in Arabic that's called, if tiraz in Urdu we say faraz karoge aisa ho gaya. So suppose that is called al-iftiraz. That's why mostly people when they are referring to the fiqh of Abu Hanifa, so they say al-fiqh al-iftirazi. Al-fiqh al-iftirazi, and the fiqh of other three imam, they call it al-fiqh al-waqi'i. These are two terms. You know that or not? You have to. Yes. So I'm giving you new things. So you must. Al-fiqh al-waqi'i, and the fiqh of Abu Hanifa mostly it is called al-fiqh al-iftirazi. But why it is so? Because of the situation. Why? Shafi rahmatullahi alayh, he was there in Mecca, sometime in Medina, sometime in Yemen, later on in Misr. He passed away there in Misr because he went to Les. Les came to his house. Yes. He went to Les and Les came Yes, he is hybrid. So anyhow, Lays ibn Sa'd, rahmatullahi alayhi, he was a great imam, like that of Imam Malik. But some ulama says that Lays kana afqahu min Malik. That Lays ibn Sa'd, he was a greater faqih than Imam Malik. He was a greater faqih than Imam Malik. But the ulama said that his work is not compiled. His work is not compiled. And who is carrying on the mission of the teacher? A proper student like Sheikh Mansoor, a proper student like Sheikh Basim. So Imam Abu Hanifa was lucky. He found Abu Yusuf and Muhammad. Yes, Imam Shafi was lucky. He found Imam Muzani. He found who? Imam Muzani. Because they are teaching and things are going on. But these ulama, yes, these students, they used to write. And later on, Imam Muhammad, rahmatullahi alayhi, wrote 99 books. In a few volumes, he wrote Al-Jami' al-Kabir. In a few volumes, he wrote As-Seerah al-Kabir. In international law. In what? In international law. In international law, he wrote the book based on the fiqh of Abu Hanifa. And I told you sometime or not that a Britisher, he was writing his PhD thesis on international law, on a specific issue. So he was in need of consulting the Islamic books as well. You know what I'm saying? Because for academic purpose, you cannot know that this is written by a Christian and this is written by a Jew or this is written by an atheist or whatever the subject is. You have to go for that book and to study and to consult. Yes, if you differ, you should write your notes. Yes, but you have to make the research. That's what research is. So when he got into the book of Imam Muhammad in As-Seerah al-Kabir, yes, so when he saw that, what a man this was. What a guy this was. Here the PhD professor, they do not know about international law. This guy, 1400 years ago, he wrote this book in few volumes on international law. Yes, so there was no way but to accept him. Accepting Abu Hanifa mean to be a Muslim. Accepting Imam Shafi mean to become a Muslim. Accepting Ahmad ibn Hanbal mean to become a Muslim. Accepting Imam Muhammad is to become a Muslim. So he said, then I thought for a while that this is the work of Muhammad the Junior. Let me study now Muhammad the Senior. Yes, that this is the work of Muhammad the Junior. So let me go for the work of Muhammad the Senior. So he said that it dragged me towards Muhammad the Senior. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we say that Muhammad in his nature, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was latif, he was not kasif. Yes? He did not have density in his personality. He had latafat. And anything which is more latif, that is more attractive. Yes or not? We call it, as Rahman Sahib is expert. Yes. So he has the business of carpet and handmade rugs and things like that. So they say the material, the print, the knots per square inch, and number 4, the finishing. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by latafat, the finishing. Got it? The cycle, the sanding, the polishing. So how polished Muhammad was? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When something is polished, as I was giving the example, that the Romans, they polished their wall and they cycled it and sanded it in such a way that it became just like a mirror. So when the wall was broken, so the print of China and Chinese came into the mirror. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you will give a light to the same mirror, it will reflect the light. You know what I'm saying? So Muhammad was that latif, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When he reflected upon someone, so he became Muhammad the Junior. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he said that, then I was thinking that let me go to Muhammad the Senior. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I became a Muslim. Yes, because of As-Seerah al-Kabir of Imam Muhammad ibn Hasan al-Shaybani. Imam Muhammad ibn Hasan al-Shaybani, rahmatullah, he was from the same tribe of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Their tribe is one. Because Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal is also Shaybani. Yes, and Imam Muhammad is also Shaybani. He's called Imam Ahmad ibn Muhammad ibn Hanbal al-Shaybani. And he's called Imam Muhammad ibn Hasan al-Shaybani. Rahimahum Allah. So anyhow, the Sahib Hidayah, Allama Marghinani, rahmatullahi alayh, he is from Mawara Un Nahar. He is actually from a small village now that is a big town known by the name of Farghana. Known by the name of
Asia Minor.
Asia Minor. Yes, Asia Kochak.
Yeah.
Asia Kochak. So that is Mawara Un Nahar. What is Nahar? They call Dirayat Amu. River Amu is called Nahar. River Amu. Yes, you know Amu.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Where is Amu?
Modern day upper Iran.
There is Amu in between Afghanistan and Russia. Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. So River Amu, that is in between Russia and Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? So that what is said, that from north, whosoever will cross over Amu, whosoever will cross over Amu, mean enter to Afghanistan, invade or attack. Yes. So again, he will cross over Amu back, but subject to the approval of the people of that area. You know what I'm saying? They will be making request that we want to go back. Yes, but then up to them that they allow them or not, because you are guest and we have to give a proper hospitality. Yes, we are giving them. Yes, every guest we are giving proper hospitality because hospitality is good. Yes,
Is our nature.
yes, that's nature. We cannot violate the rules of hospitality. Yes, so mehman or guest, he is coming on his own, but going back subject to our approval. That no, now you cannot go because you have a lot of respect. Yes, got it, got it. And the cave, we allow them. Okay. So that is River Amu. Farghana is on the other side of River Amu. Got it? In Central Asia or Asia Kochak. So anyhow, the thing is that Farghana is a small town, but the area or the county is called Marghinan. It's called Marghinan. So that's why Burhanuddin, Sheikh Burhanuddin rahmatullahi alayh, the author of Hidayah, we call him Burhanuddin Marghinani sometime, and sometime we call Burhanuddin Farghani. Burhanuddin Farghani or Burhanuddin Marghinani, like him. Sometime we call him Herati and sometimes we call him Teherati. Yes. You are Herati or Teherati? Both. Okay. Yeah. He calls it from Herat, so we used to call him Herati. But then he married from Tehran, so we changed his thing from Herati to Teherati. Yes, you hybrid. Yes. So anyhow, this Burhanuddin. And Burhanuddin is the direct student of Sahib of Kanzud Daqaiq, Imam Nasafi. You know Imam Nasafi? Sahib Kanzud Daqaiq. Sahib Kanzud Daqaiq in fiqh. He is a man. In Islamic law, he is a great man. So he was the teacher and Burhanuddin was a student. But we say that he is the Amin of the ulum of Imam Nasafi. And Imam Nasafi, he did not write only that book, Kanzud Daqaiq, which is a famous book in Hanafi fiqh, but he has written Madarik al-Tanzil also, Tafsir Madarik al-Tanzil. That is the tasnif of whom? Of Sahib Kanzud Daqaiq. Of Sahib Kanzud Daqaiq. And also he wrote, and that book is authentic not only for Hanafiya, for Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah as a whole, regarding their aqaid. That's called Al-Aqaid al-Nasafi. 4 or 5 pages. All the aqaid he collected in what?
4 or 5.
In 4 or 5 pages, which is called Al-Aqaid al-Nasafiyya. But then, the famous book, which is in your course, Sharh al-Aqaid al-Nasafiyya, written by whom? No. I'm not talking about the matan. I'm talking about the Shara. No, not Tahawi, Taftazani. So Allama Taftazani, he is Shafi'i, but he wrote the Shara of, and that is a part of it. You studied it or not?
No.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
We have 6 years course.
Okay, so what these madaris are doing?
Took everything out.
Huh?
They took it all out.
Ya subhanallah, Sharh al-Aqaid.
Which Sharh Tahawi used to.
No, Sharh al-Aqid al-Tahawi.
Yeah.
No, the famous book, yes, Imam Tahawi, with due respect, he is our Imam. Imam Tahawi is our great Imam. But as far as the book of Imam Nasafi is concerned, especially Sharaf, Allama Taftazani, Sharh al-Aqaid al-Nasafiyya. Sharh al-Aqaid al-Nasafiyya. And then on that Shara, because he explained, but his Shara and explanation also need another explanation.
Yes.
Because Ilmul Kalam is very difficult. That's very difficult. So then Allama Khiyali, he has written another Shara on that. And that was also a part of course. Yes, and on side, we used to study another book on the book of Sharh al-Aqaid of Allama Taftazani. That's called Nibrasus Sari. That's called what? Nibrasus Sari. So anyhow, now even
We'll study it from you, inshallah.
even the ulama, they do not know the names even.
That's
Say,
why
what
I
is
mentioned
Nibrasus?
that they were having some issues when somebody questioned them on Allah Qadim.
Yeah.
We were discussing
Yes.
this already.
Yes. A Fazil Alim, somebody asked him that, what do you know? A common layman asked him that Allah is Qadim or is Hadith. He said, that I don't know. And yes, and he rushed to Hazrat Rahman Sahib. Yes. That, what is this Qadim and Hadith that Allah is Qadim or Allah is Hadith? You know what I'm saying? Got it? Got it? Not it, but it, I started. That's good. So anyhow, now the thing is that Burhanuddin Rabbani, rahmatullahi alayhi, and actually these mutun you will see, like look, Fardul Tahara, Ghaslul A'za as-Salasa, Mashul Ras. When he put a line over it, so it is mean that is a matan. That's what? That's the very text of another book. He is going to explain it. So here from, that's his explanation. Then once again, look, he put here, yes, so that is the matan of another book. Now he is explaining. Then he put another line, so that is the matan and text of another book. So then he explained it. So he is taking text or the textual ibara from two books. Either from Mukhtasar of Imam Quduri, from Mukhtasar of Imam Quduri, or say from Jami Saghir of Imam Muhammad. So sometime he picks a sentence where from the Mukhtasar of Imam Quduri, because he is actually making comparison. Yes, that whichever is the much more authentic way, the ta'bir. So whenever he finds something very good sentence in the book of regarding issue, in the book of Imam Quduri, so he brings it, then he explains it. And then he says, that why Abu Hanifa said like this. What is the source? There is an ayah. What is the source? There is a hadith. What is the source? There is the practice of Sahaba. Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. What is the source? There is a reason. Yes. So he is explaining that and arguing that. And not only that, mostly he is speaking from the fiqh of Imam Shafi, rahmatullahi alayhi, in comparison. That Shafi said like this. And then he mentions there why Shafi says like this. Why he is not saying like Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayhi. So he mentions there because he explained the ayah like this. Yes, or he went for that very hadith. So not only that, he does not leave ambiguity. When he argues his own mazhab, mazhab Imam Abu Hanifa, then he goes to answer to Imam Shafi, rahmatullahi alayhi. And that's why we say that like Imam Daraqutni, Imam Daraqutni, that Daraqutni was a good attorney for Imam Shafi. He was what? A good attorney for Imam Shafi. He is fighting his case. He is contesting his case against any Imam. Who? Imam Daraqutni. Yes, and we say that the best attorney of Imam Abu Hanifa is Allama Burhanuddin, Sahib Hidayah. The way he is contesting his case, nobody can do like this. Got it?
Yes.
Got it, not it? So we are actually ihsanmand to Sahib Hidayah.
Yes.
The Hanafiya, we salute him. He did a great job. And the ulama says that Imam Malik should be proud of himself for fiqh. Because Malikis, they do not have such a famous guy in the followers of Imam Malik as Imam Malik himself was. So they say that Imam Malik should be, that is a pride for his mazhab on his own. You know what I'm saying? And they say that Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahmatullahi alayh, should be proud of Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah and Hafiz ibn Qayyim. That in his followers, he has such great scholars like Imam ibn Taymiyyah and Hafiz ibn Qayyim, rahmatullahi alayh. And they say that Imam Shafi should be proud of Imam Ghazali and Imam Razi. That he has such like great philosophers in his followers. Who? Imam Razi and Imam Ghazali. Yes, so he should be proud of Ghazali and Razi, that they are my followers. And then they say that Abu Hanifa should be proud of Burhanuddin Marghinani. Yes, that the way he explained my mazhab, that is amazing. Got it? So he is Mujtahid Murajjih. He is what? Mujtahid Murajjih, because sometime when he needs, so he is mentioning that Abu Hanifa has two opinions in this regard, but I am going to refer this one on that one. And why? Then he mentioned the reason. Yes, or here Abu Hanifa says like this, but Abu Yusuf says like this. I am going to give priority to the saying of Abu Yusuf for our practice. Why? The reason is like this. So that's why it is called Mujtahid al-Tarjih or Mujtahid al-Murajjih. Got it? So anyhow, was only one thing, that this book is in fiqh. This book is, what is fiqh? So sometime back, because the first one who wrote on Usul Ul Fiqh, that was Abu Hanifa. Jurisprudence. Who wrote the first one? Imam Abu Hanifa. But that book is not found. Yes. So the found book in Usul Ul Fiqh is, the first ever book is that of Qazi Abu Yusuf. Rahmatullahi alayhi. In Usul Ul Fiqh, I wrote a book. That's 300 plus pages. Yes. But in a modern way, I wrote it. Yes, to make it easy for who? Who are not studying books in madrasas. Because there are no books available there for others. So anyhow, I wrote it in a means a little bit easy way to be understood very easily. That's in Usul Al Fiqh. So anyhow, the thing is that Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, he is the first one who defined the fiqh as well. But at that time, to Abu Hanifa, there was no difference between fiqh amali and fiqh i'tiqadi. There are two types of fiqh. What is called? And the second one? So there was no difference between fiqh i'tiqadi and fiqh amali. That this is deen, you must believe it. And this is deen, you must practice it. This is deen, you must believe it. That's fiqh i'tiqadi. This is deen, you must practice it. That's called fiqh amali. So Imam Abu Hanifa, in a very concise way, because the beauty of definition of a specific thing is how concise that is. Because if you are defining a thing for 1 hour, nobody will understand what it means. Yes, the more concise that is, so that is the actual definition. You know what I'm saying? So they say that in Shara or explanation, detail is the beauty, but in definition, conciseness is the beauty. The beauty. That's not duty. It is what? That is the beauty. So he said, Ma'rifatun nafs, ma laha wa ma alayha. What a beautiful definition. Ma'rifatun nafs. That what is fiqh? Ma'rifatun nafs, ma laha wa ma alayha. For one to know what is for him, what is upon him. Yes. What is for him and what is upon him means rights and duties. Huh? Duties and responsibilities. What? Duties and no, not only duties and rights and duties.
Yeah.
Sure. Ma'rifatun nafsi ma laha. These are your rights. Wa ma alayha. These are your duties. So rights and duties. So there are i'tiqadi rights and duties, and there are amali rights and duties. So Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh, he explained it like this, and he wrote a book in Aqaid. He wrote a book in Aqaid. And that's why he named that book in Aqaid, which is part of fiqh, but that is regarding i'tiqad. I'tiqad is much more important and prior than your amal. Yes, that is the base. So that's why he named his book Al-Fiqh Al-Akbar. He named his book Al-Fiqh Al-Akbar. Yes, the great fiqh, or the big fiqh. So it means that this fiqh, this is Al-Fiqh Al-Asghar, because that is related to your amal, but that one is related to your i'tiqad. So he called it Al-Fiqh Al-Akbar. And the best shara on that book is written by Allama Qari. By Allama Qari. And that is called Sharh Al-Fiqh Al-Akbar by Allama Qari Hirawi. He was his grandfather. Yes, because he was from Herat. So anyhow, Allama Qari Hirawi, rahmatullahi alayhi. He has written, now I found out, he has so many books. Because I was telling them in Usul Hadith, maybe you remember or you do not, I was telling you that there are certain people who are encyclopedia. The way they have written a book in different subjects and different sciences, amazing. So one of them is Allama Qari. Yes, that he's writing in Aqaid, he's writing in Fiqh, he's writing in Usul Ul Fiqh, he's writing in Mantiq, he's writing in Hadith, but I was not aware of. Yes, in Usul Tafsir he has written. But I was not aware of that in Tafsir he has written anything. So there is his written Tafsir, yes, Qalami, and that in Haram Makki. But they don't allow it because he was Sufi, and as you know that Saudi, they don't like Tasawwuf. Yes, so they don't allow that Tafsir to get printed. Otherwise, that will be in 10-15 volumes, Tafsir Anwar al-Bari by Allama Qari. Anwar al-Bari by Allama Qari. But still they use it for reference. Yes, they use it for reference, and what is their excuse? why they are not going to print it? They say that this approach of Imam is such a logical and philosophical way, people will get confused, and their way is other way around. That they are not allowing to introduce tafsir by that, by tasawwuf, by that great Imam Allama Qari al-Hirawi, rahmatullahi alayh. So anyhow, so I was telling them that Allama Qari is one of them, Hafiz ibn Hajar, one of them Khatib Baghdadi, he is one of them Imam Sayuti, he is another one of them. So these were people, I was thinking that they were eating or not. Yes, and I don't know that they were going to the bathroom or not, because you cannot conceive it, that how much barakah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in there. Like Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayhi, in every subject he is writing, only his fatwa of Shaykh al-Islam. Yeah, 23 volumes. Yes, you will put the volumes, so yeah, the fatwa of Shaykh al-Islam start here from, it will go all the way to that kitchen. That this is fatwa. Fatwa of Shaykh al-Islam, Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayhi. Ahmad ibn Muhammad ibn Taymiyyah, Abu al-Abbas, Abu Fazl Abu al-Abbas, Ahmad ibn Muhammad ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayhi. Allah Manwar Shah Sahib, when he refers to him, he says, Wakala Shaykh al-Islam. Yes, very rarely he mentions Ibn Taymiyyah. He says, Wakala Shaykh al-Islam. Shaykh al-Islam said it. Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, he was a great man. And all these great men, how you will become great? Not only that you are alim and speaking a lot like me. I spoke for 8-9 hours yesterday. Yes, but amal is not there. Practice is not there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us amal. May Allah give us tawfiq. Yes, and what is amal? This is not amal. I prayed 300 rakat today. It's not the case. When there is an issue of deen, on one hand you have your vested interest, or there is a fear of death, you are taking a stand or not. So these people were taking a stand. Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayhi, most of his life spent where? In jail. Because they were saying this is wrong. Yes, this is against Sharia. This is against Quran and Sunnah. Yes, and his janazah came out where from? From jail. From jail. And the government announced that nobody should attend the janazah of Ibn Taymiyyah because he is a baghi, he is a rebel. He is a baghi, he is a rebel. At night, when the population of the world was not that big, 1,000 years. Yes, how much was the population? Yes, not only 5% of the nowadays population, but in Baghdad, I don't know how, but it is said that 60,000 men and 40,000 women joined the janazah of Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayh. And even though because of to remove the shirk and not to have the concept of shirk, yes, he was not believing in tabarrukat, he was speaking it. There is no tabarruk in the turban of Muslim and in the glasses of, he said that then people, they do shirk. They do shirk. So he was against that. But Allama Nabhani, he mentioned there that he used to have a cape of 1 rupee, 1 dirham or 2 dirham made of cotton. Yes. So in Janaza, that cape of Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi alayh, it got auctioned, it was sold for 4,000 dinar. It was sold for how much? That was only of 1 penny or 2 pennies. But it was sold for 4,000 dinar. A very rich man, he bought it. This is the cape of Shaykh al-Islam, Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah. So Allama Nabhani, he is a Sufi. So he said, فَسُبْحَانَ مَنْ أَثْبَتَ التَّبَرُّكَ بِمَنْ أَنْكَرَهُ. He said, the glory be to Allah that he proved tabarruk by the cape of someone who refused tabarruk totally. So why he was refusing? Because he was stopping the shirk. It doesn't mean. Otherwise, Hafiz ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullah alayh, he was holding the shoes of his own sheikh with him. Yes, as a respect. But in general public, he was not saying like this. That then the people are making. So that was the time of shirk. Depend. That when we are in Pashtun area, sir, back home in Pakistan, when we are in Pashtun area, so as you know, that Pashtun do not believe in pyramids and things like that. Very rarely. So there, we are very soft and yes, we are very kind in this regard, and we don't say anything. But when we go to Punjab and speak there, we say, ye jo khanqa bana diya hai, ye jo shirk khadda bana diya hai. Because it depends on the situation, that what's going on in a specific area. Yes, and that's why Ibn Qayyim said, rahmatullah alayhi, yufti man yakunu alima ahli zamanihi. What a beautiful sentence he said. Wa yufti من يكون عالم أهل زمانه. That fatwa is the right of that mufti who is the alim of his own time and own area. Because if you will bring a big alim to America, he knows the situation here. Tell me, you know that? Yes, so when he will come here and you will ask him to give you an answer regarding a fiqh issue, he doesn't know. He will say something, he will create a big problem here. Yes, so yufti man yakunu alima ahli zamanihi. So alim ahli zaman, he knows the situation. And that's why that is must for a mufti. That if he does not know the field concern. Me, myself, I do the same thing. Yes, when a question comes to me, then sometimes I ask the Abdul Rahman sir, I call him because he is in the business field, I say that how it works. So he gives me an idea, and then in light of Quran and Sunnah, I write a fatwa. That the answer will be like this. If I jump and give him the answer, so I will kill his deen and I will kill the deen of a lot of people. So yufti man yakunu alima. So anyhow, in the end, that now the very inclusive and detailed definition for fiqh that is given by Imam Shafi. Yes, and all four schools of jurisprudence, in their writing and in their books, they have adopted and accepted and taken the definition given by. Why? Because the fiqh is divided or distributed to two classes. One is i'tiqad, which is called Ilmul Kalam. Abu Hanifa was taking as a whole i'tiqad and fiqh amali. So that's why he defined ma'rifatun nafsi ma laha wa ma alayha. Got it? So now that definition doesn't work if you will classify the fiqh and you put a kalam on one side and fiqh on the other side. So that was the time, and it got separated from each other in time of Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayh. So he mentioned a very good definition. Now that has been taken by our ulama, by Hanafis, by Shafi, by Hanbalis, by Malikis. Yes, and definition is given by whom? By Imam Shafi. علم بالأحكام الشرعية العملية عن أدلتها التفصيلية. That what is fiqh? That is the knowledge of ahkam. Which ahkam? Which ahkam? American ahkam? Pakistani rules? No, ash-shar'iyya. The ahkam and rules of Sharia. Which rules of Sharia? I'tiqad is also the rule of Sharia. You have to believe in the oneness of Allah. You have to believe in the message of all the messengers. That's also a hukum and that's Shari'i. So he said al-amaliyya, which is related to your practice. That is related to your i'tiqad, to your belief. Ilmun bil ahkam, al-shar'iyya, al-amaliyya. And where from these ahkam has been taken? An adillatiha at-tafsiliyya. It has been derived and taken from its adillah and sources in detail. So what are these sources in detail? Kitabullah, Sunnatu Rasulillah, Ijma'ul Ummah, and Al-Qiyas. So these are the four primary, and there are other secondary. There are other secondary. So sometime when they could not find an issue from Quran, Sunnah, Ijma' and Qiyas, then they go ahead and but some of them they take one source and some of them they take another source, like istihsan, istishabul hal, masalih mursala, urf and ada, shari'atu man qablana, qaidatu sadd al-zara'i, qaidatu tabu' wal-istiqra'. So these are the secondary sources. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه وعلى أصحابه أجمعين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give a big reward to all these musannifin and these ulama and these shurrah and these muhaddithin and these fuqaha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they did what they did for the good of ummah and for the good of deen and for the good of millah. As a representative of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them the shafa'ah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and give us the shafa'ah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as well. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Took a lot of time.